Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Chris coming at you from the channel I Am Toys, coming at you with another horror review. So as always, make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe, and share the videos when you can and if you can. So this is going to be another 4K review as well. So make sure you hit your browser settings or in the YouTube settings, and make sure you get this in the full resolution. So this is a figure done up by Dan Terzo and Macabre Studios, and I don't know if those of you who aren't familiar with them, they have they're contactable on Instagram and Facebook, and I think those are probably the main routes of communication for the most part. So this is a Part 7, and those of you who have collected Part 7s and are very familiar with them will probably see and notice that the head on this is a Once Customs head. But I believe this is painted though by Macabre though. The masks that you see down there are also Once Customs masks, but that's with Macabre's paint app. And overall, this is already sold. So for those of you who are wondering, where you can pick this up, this piece is already sold, unfortunately. But I'm going to be doing a quick review on this just to show you kind of the ins and outs of this figure. It's really badass, man. This is pretty much full work on the body and clothes, and everything on here I think is completely by Dan. And those of you who want to hit him up, and if you're interested in commissions, he may be able to do something for you on this. He sometimes does payment plans too as well, so information that's valuable if you guys are interested. And this piece really kind of shocked me in hand, because the pictures look decent, and then when I saw this guy in hand, I was like, wow, he definitely stands out, man. That's for sure. Brings that the whole figure comes to life, man. So let's get into it. We'll start at the bottom and work our way up, and yeah, man, we'll go from there. And like I said, if you're interested in a piece like this, just hit up Macabre Studios. I'll have the links in the in the description of the video, so that way you guys can reach out to these guys and see what's up if you're interested in the commission or not. So let's get into it. So just going to give you guys some wide out shots first. If you guys see from the outside of the figure, just from side to side, man, he's on a behemoth of a body. Absolute behemoth of a body. And just sick, man. The presence on this guy. And I know the collector who this is going to. You got a great piece coming your way, man. Great piece. Such a good body that these pieces were sculpted and placed on, I'm telling you. So yeah, man. But I'm going to zoom in on this guy and start from the bottom up, so you guys can see what this figure's all about. So like I said, here are the Once Customs masks. This is with Macabre's paintwork on it. Of course, you get the machete. What's Jason without that machete, man? This is calling card, right? And then as you kind of go up on the figure, you get the tailoring. You get to see the exposure points. You get to see more exposure points at the top. And again, the tailoring, man, this is all done, I believe, by Dan. All weathered by him as well. And as you can see from this piece, man, it's a blast on the shelf, man. Just pops right off at you, kind of comes to life. And like I said, the dude who's getting this definitely got a badass piece coming on the way. And then as you can see from the sculpt, that's one sculpt, but obviously with Macabre's work on it. And it's man, like I said, just fucking badass piece, man. And it's like, I try to give you every angle that you can possibly see this guy at, and he is terrific, man. Terrific. Jason 7, Kane Hodder. It's the way to go, dude. This is, I think, was his first film as Jason. And dude just carried the role incredibly well. It's a shame what they did to him in Freddy vs. Jason. That was dirty. And that, I think from what I understand, that was all Ronnie Yu, man. And so that means in the documentary he actually lied, because I remember when they talked to him, they questioned him in the documentary and asked him about that decision. And he was talking about, yeah, it was the studio. It was the studio or something that made that call. Yeah, all right, sure it was. But anyway, He has a real metal chain around his neck, you know, as well. It's a fucking badass piece, man. So if you guys are interested in this, you know, you can hit up Dan and, you know, definitely, you know, ask him about commissions and stuff, and he'll be able to give you all that info, you know, that you need. Sorry about my dogs barking. This is the, you know, the ad-lib stuff that happens when you're trying to do reviews. If you can hear my dog, I'm sorry. So I'll show you some quick shots of the mask on, and, you know, go from there as well. And there he is with the mask, one mask on. That's suitable to this look. Suited for it, rather. That's suitable. Man, that's a badass figure, man. Badass. So I'll have some shots of this figure up too later today. And he does, you guys see this base down here too, that also does come with the figure. You get those 2 wooden blocks as well back there, you know, just in case I forgot to mention those. And he does stand on the base without the stand as well, but it's not my figure, so I'm being careful. So, you know, things move, they rock, shit falls. Yeah, not doing that. So I'll have some pictures of this guy up on Instagram and some of the groups probably already do if you're watching this video now. And yeah, man. So hit up Macabre if you're interested in a piece similar to this. Like I said, this one is already sold. So unfortunately, it's not available. But he may make you another one. So those of you who are Jason Voorhees collectors, man, you gotta have a fucking Part 7, dude. You just do. And if you're a Kane Hodder fan, it's a must-have. Must-have. Beast, man. Absolute freaking beast. So I'm going to be doing another review probably right after this one. It's another Macabre piece. So you guys will get to see that one as well. Just terrific, man. You know, One's Customs has his style, and Macabre has his style as well. And some people may try to say, oh, well, they're kind of similar, but they're not, though. You know, they're very different, too. You know, the way the clothes are done, you know, the way it's weathered, I think the methodology is definitely different. Man, and then this, I don't even know if I mentioned this. The nails, if you guys can see the nails in this freaking figure, dude. I think those are actually real nails, too. I think, anyway. It's sick, man. So hit up Macabre, hit me up if you're interested, you know, in contacting Dan if you need referrals, even if you people, even though I have the links in the description, some people still have trouble reading, I think, or actually listening to the video. So yeah, hit me up too if you need more direction. All right, guys, deuces.